Hey everyone, it's Rachel with Cedar Doodles, and welcome back to week 5 with these amazing Teddybear puppies. We're going to jump right in, but please, if you could like, follow, and subscribe, we're working towards our goal of 1,000 followers by the end of the year. Your support truly helps us doing what we love. This week, it's all about textures, grooming, and temperament, and don't forget the fluff. From nail trims to clipper exposure, water play, and full baths, every experience today is helping shape these puppies into confident, well-rounded family dogs. We start off with nail trimming, and this is such an important step in early puppy development. Keeping nails short isn't just about comfort, it's about preventing joint strain, helping clean movement, and protects both people and puppy and litter mates during play. But even more important, nail trims teach puppies how to stay calm when being handled. Their paws will be touched their entire lives by groomers, vets, and their future families, so these early positive experiences help prevent fear and anxiety later on. We move slow, gentle, and we keep everything calm and predictable, and you can see how relaxed they are during the entire process. This tells us so much about them developing their confidence. Next up, puppy sanitary shave. These little guys are handling it like total pros. And don't let this time lapse fool you. They have done phenomenal. I just figured you probably didn't want to watch the full 40 minutes while we do this for each and every one of these 8 teddy bear puppies. We're cleaning their sanitary areas for hygiene, but just as importantly, we're exposing them to the sound, the vibration of the clippers, and the texture of a grooming table, and the noises associated with all of this. For such little puppies, this is a huge sensory experience. The buzzing, vibration, light restraint. By introducing this early and making it positive, we dramatically reduce fear later on in life. And honestly, look at them. They are calm, they're trusting, and they're doing amazing. This is exactly the response we hope for at week 5. When we did this before a couple weeks ago, they weren't able to stand, but you can see they're able to put weight on those back feet as we hold them up. This shows that they're getting their balance. They're getting these little going from wobbly sea legs to having the strong legs that we love. And you can see right here, look how well they're doing as we're going in between each of those paw pads. This is amazing. They have done phenomenal. Now comes their first true introduction to water in the tub. Up to this point, we've just used bath wipes with them, but now we are placing them in one at a time with just a shallow amount of running water. We always leave the drain open so it stays fresh because yes, puppies are inclined to drink it. They're learning the texture of water, the temperature, the feeling on their paws and their bellies, and even the sound of running water. This is all about curiosity replacing fear. We don't rush this phase. We let them explore and build their confidence naturally. This early water exposure makes a world of difference in how they handle baths as they grow. Look how cute they are. As they sit here in this water, it's amazing how much they seem to shrink in size as each one of them gets wet, but aren't they just adorable? Look at these faces, and there you go. There's Cedar enjoying the water. Summit took a lick. Winter's right up here. She's gonna lick my camera as we're looking through each of them. Cashmere's not sure whether to lick little Charlie Brown next to her. You can see right there you've got Woods, and of course my sweet little Aspen, and back there is adorable little Bo. So each of them are trying this out. And remember, their body temperature runs a little bit higher than ours. Their average temperature is 100.5 to 101.5. So we have to be very considerate when we look at the temperature of this water to make sure it's perfect for them so that they are comfortable in this tub. And yes, this texture may feel very weird for them on each of their paws as they get to feel all 4 feet in the tub at one time. But you can see them go from having this new experience to being able to get some confidence. None of them are going away and trying to hide in the corner. They're trying to figure out what it is with this new senses. So we're going to go ahead, since we see this confidence, and get started. We're going to start off with Gus Gus. So the first thing that I'm going to do is, as you just saw with Gus Gus and now Miss Cashmere, I'm picking them up and I'm making sure that I have their coat adequately wet. There's Woods right there. We want to make sure that it's wet before we start anything. There's sweet Aspen, because if it's not wet, the soap doesn't do as well of a job. So I like to make sure they're wet. I get all of them wet first. There's Winter, you just saw Summit. Of course, here's Charlie Brown. Last up over here is the darling little Theodore. Perfect name for him. And we're going to always start our bath like this if we want to properly wash them. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up one of these darling little teddy bears right here with Gus Gus, and I'm going to make sure he has soap absolutely everywhere. He's our vocal, outgoing, snuggly boy. He always has something to say, and he always wants to be close. Even during his bath, his personality is front and center. He's social, expressive, and full of love. Next up is our sweet little Winter. She's built so much confidence, and she's done so wonderful. She loves exploring. Our sweet little Teddy, also known as Charlie Brown. Cuddler, playful, everyone wants to play with this tiny little pup. He wants to be close, he wants to play, and he settles in beautifully during his bath. Isn't he doing amazing? Next up is my Cashmere. She's a lady in every way, confident, loving, and she definitely does not take anything from her brothers. She walks into every experience with poise and quiet strength. She is just an amazing little girl. Next up on this list right here is we're going to get them ready is Aspen. She's the best of both worlds girl. She's snuggly, loving, playful, and adores being cuddled. She gives affection, but she also jumps right in and loves to play. And last but not least, this cute little face who's actually still looking for his tribe, and I know they're looking for him, is Summit. Small, spunky, and as cute as they come. A bold personality, and is learning that even big new experiences can be something that he can absolutely conquer. And right here, don't get confused between Woods and cute little Bo, because they are looking very similar right now. But he's watchful, playful, and a boy who loves to be held. He takes everything in first, and once he feels safe, he melts right into your arms. Bath time is helping him grow his confidence in these new situations. Aren't they just amazing? And here's sweet Cedar, but now known as Theodore. Bright, fun, and has a spark in his step. He approaches everything with curiosity and excitement. You can already see the confident energy that is building in him day after day. Now you may be wondering why I'm soaping these guys up and letting it sit. The way to not have a smelly puppy is to make sure the soap sits. That is the most important part of washing your dog. Make sure they're adequately wet, and not just on the top. We want the wet to get to their skin. Then we're going to put the soap in, make sure it gets all the way to the skin, and let it sit. I try to let it sit for at least a minute, and then I rinse them thoroughly. And look at all this that's going on right here. We've got the texture of the bubbles in the water now. We have the new smells, we have the new sights, the new sounds. You can see that everyone's just completely content, and they have done so well with their bath. Aren't they amazing? Each puppy reacts a little differently, and that's exactly what we want to see. These grooming sessions give us a clearer picture of how each one handles stress, change, and new sensations. This is how we shape confidence, emotional stability in these healthy family dogs. And the last thing that I'm going to do with these guys in their bath is we're going to put a little bit of conditioner into their coat. This is so important because we just use shampoo, and we always want to shampoo and then add a little bit of conditioner to make sure that their coat stays soft and shiny just like we want, and they have the right amount of oil, the good kind, on their skin. And so I like to just put a little bit of conditioner in my hand, kind of push that through as I'm getting rid of the rest of the water on their coat, and look how good they're doing. They're a little cold now because the water is out of the bottom, so there's no more warm water. Now we're going to be getting them out and making sure that there's no residual here in their coat. Too much conditioner can lead to a greasy coat, so we want to make sure that that is rinsed adequately, and that's what we're doing. Now I know not everyone loves the wet puppy look, but I personally can't get enough of these sweet little faces. There's Theodore right there. They look like tiny soaked teddy bears, and it might just be my favorite stage ever. Charlie Brown. Can you recognize them with their wet little coats? But remember, this is only part one. Look how cute. Sweet little Aspen. Join us this Thursday for part 2, where we take these puppies from wet and fluffy to fully dried, brushed, and absolutely stunning. There is Winter. They are so cute. I just can't get enough of this wet little phase. You will not want to miss this transformation. There is Woods right there, so amazing. And you will get to see them go from clean and wet to fluffy and dried. Absolutely great. There was Woods right there. If you've enjoyed watching these puppies grow and learn this week, oh, there's beautiful Winter. Please like, follow, and subscribe. We're working towards our goal of 1,000 followers by the end of the year. And there's my sweet Cashmere. Your support truly helps us continue raising confident, well-rounded teddy bear Goldendoodle puppies. Thank you so much for being here with us. We would love to see you in part 2. We're going to see a few of these guys again, like sweet little woods. And remember, for more information, check out our website, www.cedardoodles.com. So here's Gus to tell us goodbye. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.